And now, Negative 43 TV begins another broadcast day. Before we even get started here, time for some hellos. Blue Devil is here, Silicone is here, Nick Robinson is here, and Logie Berra is here as well. So let's get this thing going with the prayer. It's just kind of how we start Saturday Madness around here. But first,
the views and opinions expressed in the media or comments on this channel are those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcaster, which is Negative 43 TV.
So Nick is in fact a first-timer here in Sneedville, so welcome.
Due to the social nature of this broadcasting channel, videos may contain content copyrighted by another entity or person. This channel's owner claims no copyright to said content.
Lady Nightmare is here, and Nick, you're always welcome.
The broadcaster of this channel cannot be held accountable for the copyrighted content. The broadcaster of this channel is a messenger and sharer of information and strives to verify, but cannot warrant the accuracy of copyrights or completeness of the information on this channel. If you have a complaint about something or you find your content is being used incorrectly, please contact the broadcaster prior to making a copyright claim.
And now we have two more. Negasonic Middle-Aged Dickhead is here, along with Money Mike. It's going to be a funny evening. I just have that feeling. And hey, look, everybody. John Cole's here too.
The infringement was not done on purpose and will be rectified to all parties' satisfaction.
Oh, I don't think you're going to regret this at all, Nick. Now, everybody, you know what to do. Bow your heads. Time for the prayer.
Just understand, man. Pray for me, bro. Real talk. Matter of fact, I'm going to pray right now. As much as I can. But Lord, please help me and give me the strength to be able to take on and handle all of this spiritual you-know-whats that they're sending at me. Please give me the strength to stand in your name. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of you-know-what. Right? Or you-know-what, and your staff, they comfort me.
You know, I have to be honest, that is fair warning from Silicone. A lot of this is not for everybody, but if this is your first exposure to Tyree Sneed, you picked a really, really good one. You're going to enjoy this.
And just stick with me. Please, Lord Jesus Christ, stick with me through all of this, through the temptation, through all of the evil that's coming at me. Please bring karma and justice and true righteousness to this situation. Please.
And say hi to Slevin Culebra.
As you have never left my side, continue to back me and support me in my cause for doing your work on this planet. Please support me and give me the resources I need. Please bring me people that are going to donate and support me financially. Please bring me the money and tools to do your work on this planet to make sure that I stop these people from child.
And for those of you who may be wondering about what the hell it is you're seeing on your screen, that's Schizo the Cat. He's our official mascot here at Negative 43 TV. Yes, indeed, he's an acid head that's been exposed to gamma radiation. He's a blast.
Hold on.
Say hi to Brother Ardash.
God, please help my soul to be at peace. Please help me just be able to learn how to deal the best way possible and not allow evil, malicious energies to affect my peace, my state of mind. Please protect me. And I know that you are there with me. I know that you support everything that I am doing in your name. Again, please help me. Give me strength.
Should have left that up a little bit longer. You're right, Nega. He does have holy shoes.
Where I do not have it.
More like holy shit shoes, but you get the point.
To stand up to these oppressors, to these evil people, to this system. Again, please give me all the tools, resources, and people to back me in my effort to completely stop child and to protect the youth and to protect these people from everything that's going on that they're unaware of and cannot protect themselves from. Please help me and give me the strength, God, to push forward in the midst of confusion, in the midst of my anxiety, my frustration, and my not knowing what's going to happen to me next. Just continue to supply me with the faith I need to continue to hold on to you at all costs.
Let me tell you, Nick, Tyree Sneed being wrong is part and parcel of this entire thing we call Sneedville.
And please guide me through this hell. All right? Please just continue to be there and just give me the strength I need to overcome what we all know.
Yes, it most certainly does, Nick. I don't know if you caught it earlier. The part of the Lord's Prayer, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. He says, thy you know what, and thy staff, they comfort me. I don't need to tell you what he thinks rod means in that context.
What is going on spiritually behind closed doors?
Is it that he's that stupid, or is it that's what's always on his mind? We're confused.
You know, the wicked will never win. They lost the minute they were wicked. They lost the minute they were evil. And I just want to say that I love you, God. I love you, Jesus Christ. Thank you for providing me with the beautiful life that I have lived. Give me, you know, more and more time. Continue to make me immortal in your name. And have me know, not think, not doubt, but know that I am immortal and
Not doubt, but know that I am immortal. Oh man, okay, that's not blasphemous or anything.
I am inconquerable because I stand in the name of righteousness, in your name, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of God. I stand up to all of these evil people. All right, by myself, and I'm never by myself because you are with me. You and the millions of ancestors that support me, the voice, I'm the voice of the voiceless. Just continue.
I would think that Jesus doesn't like him at all.
To give me the resilience and strength and just everything. Supply me with all the tools that I need to do this. Please help me to build this.
Okay, first I got to read this one for the listeners. Blue Devil says, the Church of Latter-day Saints.
This entire company business idea into a full-scale agency operation to truly stop all of these evil, wicked people's plans and plots for me and for our planet. Please help me to protect everyone here. And, you know, just give me the power. You know, truly, I need your power, I need your guidance, and I need you. I am aware I cannot do this by myself. It is too much for me to handle. And
block! We play something called the mute game here, Nick. I have a tendency to mute quite a bit, and I managed to turn something that is really a major mistake into something that's fun for everybody. If you tell me that I'm muted before I block, you win. Nega was a little bit late on that one, so if I do something stupid, it's actually the mute game.
Takes a lot, but this is way too much for me. You know, so I call out to your name.
Anyway, the point I was going to make is Tyree likes to say that he is righteous all the time, but he doesn't know that there is no righteous man. No, not one.
God, Jesus Christ, please, I am begging you to help me get through this. Help me save my life, please. Heal me. Help me. Give me the way. I know you will provide the way. Provide me a way.
No, you don't get trophies, but you can go to Rich Baritone Limited at spring.com and buy your own Mute Game trophy. Comes in a coffee cup.
For me to
God, what a grifting fuck, huh, kids?
scale through this matrix, through every challenge and obstacle that it provides, and just give me the strength and resilience necessary. Clear the path for me as you have done. Continue to protect me, and just know that every step I take is divine and in your name. Amen.
Actually, no, it isn't. Hello again, Sneedville. I'm Rich Baritone, and this is Saturday Madness for Saturday, January 18th, 2025. And it just happens to be the very top of the hour. Hit this one just right. And that is a good sign, hopefully, going forward. What we are going to watch is something that I've actually had on YouTube for the better part of the last 2 years. And I discovered it on my hard drive, making it even easier to run. And I'm really looking forward to this. This is like part 2 from last week. This is part 2 from last week. Last week, Jamie Rose interviewed Tyree Sneed, and it was, well, you just had to be there. This one is actually even better, which means that it's actually even worse. It's all about how you look at these things here. So, ladies and gentlemen, join with me right now. It's Tyree Sneed. It's Jamie Rose in interview with the Nimblefuck. Yes, interview with the Nimblefuck right here on Negative 43 TV. Let's stick that thing up on the screen. Here we are.
Negative 43 on your UHF dial. We are KUNT-TV, Sneedville, Purgatory.
Can I go ahead and put you on? Is that okay?
Refresh your browser, perhaps, John.
Just nod your head.
There you go.
All right. You look beautiful.
Thank you. How are you?
Hold on. Computer's a little slow. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm much better now. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Good to see you.
Me too. How have you been?
I've been fighting. I've been going through a lot, with what I'm talking about physically, but I'm still fighting, still hanging in there. But that's about it, honestly. Just that, and just keep on working.
Oh, it's going to get even better than that. This was actually a trilogy. She did 3 interviews with him. I have all 3. So after I finish the movie I'm working on right now, what you're going to see tonight will be the next movie from Under the Overpass Productions. So it's kind of a sneak preview.
And just keep on plugging. Everything's just been created basically like this whole period of time. Like I'm already making like cash on top of $20 an hour. Like my money just keeps on increasing. Like I don't know, this shit is crazy. And then I listen to the readings and it tells me I'm about to get like another gift from the divine and more money, and I already see it all coming. Like I'm just manifesting right now. That's what nobody really understands.
Nobody's ever going to understand it, in large part because it never happened. You know what has happened? It's happened right now. Sheriff Consent is here. And of course, Dutchie, one of the best, one of the greatest archivists here in Sneedville, and for that matter, all of Purgatory. Make them welcome now.
Actually, I have some tarot cards here.
Sweet. Let me turn off this music for a minute so I can hear you clear and they can hear you clear. Go ahead.
No, but I thought, not now, but maybe when we do another interview or something, I could do a reading. I'm not really good at this. Like, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but I've read.
Yeah, Nick, this was from 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And back then he was and still is very into tarot cards and the readings and all that. And now he's mixing it up with his twisted version of Christianity. and it gets what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, it gets really stupid.
Like a manual. But no, I believe in that. I think that you should listen to the readings. What have your readings been saying to you?
That's right.
My readings, I mean, the first thing I would tell you is that nobody could ever convince me that they're not 100% spot on, true, or about me, because
This t-shirt is backwards is here right now, and you are here just in time. She's actually going to lay out some tarot cards. This one gets really, really crazy. This chick is Jamie Rose from negative 40, or not negative 43, 43 Minutes with Jamie Rose is her channel. And she interviews lolcows. That's what she does.
I'm absolutely positive. But what do they tell me? I don't know, all sorts of things. I mean, they tell me everything that's happening around me. It's actually going to be part of the concept of, I mean, it is part of the concept of Batman, which is...
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch her work. She's actually legitimately trying to interview this guy, but she'll take her shots at him, and he will let her.
The whole agenda this entire time has been... I talked about this years ago. I talked about it when I was sitting in the basement with fucking hating ass Red Pill. For those of you who remember, I told him that I was going to be filthy rich. I told him that I was going to literally be Batman with a bat suit, that I would own a whole conglomerate company. All this is being built as we speak. So, I mean, for me, it's just, to me, the thing that's always been crazy is when people doubt me, because to doubt me would be to deny the last 30 years of my life. Because, I mean, for about 20 of those, people have seen me do.
Oh, he's going to see him tonight. He's going to cam up here, believe me.
The impossible. Like, people have seen the things I've done. So you would have to deny that, because I've been doubted before. And every time I get...
He's an absolute wacko. He may well be the most insane person that you have ever encountered. It helps to know that he's evil. I'll tell you my little Phil Leotardo story. Everybody here has heard it except you. About 5 years ago, he turned up when I was over in Zelenoff Lake trolling Charlie. Zelenoff, well, I got the idea to use this guy against Charlie. And I put a few posts up. I even got a positive response from Tyree Sneed himself. And then someone, I forget who it was, said, mate, he's worse. He's a lot worse than Charlie. Look into it. Well, I did, and I made a video saying, hey, this Tyree Sneed guy, he's gone, baby, gone. Do you know what he did next? Yes, indeed. He did a 5-hour live stream on little old me, in which he threatened to kill me, my wife, and my family. Is there any chance it was ever going to happen? No, of course not. I'm safe as milk, as Captain Beefheart once said. There's no threat there at all, but you just can't say that shit and totally get away with it. Am I going to hunt him down and beat his ass? No. Because of his mental illnesses, what I do is actually worse than a beating.
Doubted, I always rise to the occasion. I don't just rise to the occasion. I mean, I go way further with it, with my success and everything, and that's what I'm about to do. So my whole purpose is basically as Batman, because I really am that. It's not a character I want to be. I didn't ask for this shit. I'm really fucking Batman.
John Cole is absolutely right, and as such, he's an outlet for my sense of humor. My sense of humor isn't really allowed in society anymore. I really don't need to explain it any more than that. I can be dark, I can be cruel, and I legitimately hate this man's guts. Let's not whack around the bush about that at all. I hate this guy. It's 100% personal between him and I.
In real life, I've been doing what Batman do for years. I just didn't realize it. And now, like,
please welcome Sticky TT6 to the show, everybody.
I'm realizing, like, I really am built for this. This is what I want to do. This is what I was meant to do. Like, and I always felt like I had a higher purpose. It wasn't to be a regular civilian. It was to be something greater and more. And that's why I don't answer to rules. So what I was going to say is basically the concept has to do with the spiritual readings, because they're going to help me know like where the crime is and what's happening. I'm hoping.
So, yes, Batman is going to rely on tarot readings to tell him where the crime is. Forget the police radio scanner and all that stuff. Who does that? Silicone, thank you so much for your super chat. I always appreciate it.
So you want to like fight crime? Like when you say that you knew you were Batman, or that you were like had this calling to be Batman, like what does that entail? Like you were saying something about fighting crime. You think can you just kind of expand on that?
Yeah. Are you able to get a little closer to the mic or anything? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, so am I, and probably so is who is Johnny J. Let's see if it gets any better.
Trying really hard. I got your mic turned up a little. Cool.
Like when you say that
there we go.
You knew you were going to be Batman, or what does that entail? Like what does Batman do? I don't really know much about it. So
yeah, Jamie Rose here is strictly playing along. Remember, her channel name is 43 Minutes with Jamie Rose, 43 of course being police code for insane people.
Batman movie?
Not much. I mean, not much. Like I don't know what. I know he fights crime.
You and I are gonna have to go on a date and watch a Batman movie. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, we could do that.
Is that a date?
Sure, it's a date.
Bet. Me and Jamie are dating. Me and Jamie are dating. Take that.
Oh God, me and Jamie are dating. If you thought last week was cringe, you have heard and seen absolutely nothing. I should have said this at the very beginning of the show. If you are wearing dentures, partials, or any sort of dental appliance and you can remove it, you should remove it. The odds of cracking dental plates is very, very high in this one. We're going to listen to it again. I promise I'll be quiet. Maybe.
I got your mic turned up a little. Cool.
Like when you say that you knew you were going to be Batman, or what does that entail? Like what does Batman do? I don't really know much about it. So
you don't watch Batman movie?
Not much. I mean, not much. Like I don't know what.
Okay, we haven't got back to the good stuff yet, so let me step in here to welcome a first timer here at Negative 43 TV. It's Random the Bro.
I know he fights crime.
You and I are gonna have to go on a date and watch a Batman movie.
Here it comes.
Okay, we could do that.
Is that a date?
Sure, it's a date.
Bet. Me and Jamie are dating. Me and Jamie are dating. Take that, bum dot. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
But what does Batman do? Like what? I know he sees a bat signal, then he has to go and like fight crime. Is that what? Is that plan to do?
I love how she completely blew that off.
You're breaking up a little. That's why I'm just listening. But I did hear you, so just bear. You're fine. You don't have to repeat yourself.
Oh yeah, I know all about 5150. Anybody who's a Van Halen fan would. And always remember, the AM radio station here in Sneedville is 5150 KUNT Radio. I own it, and it's every bit as real as everything Tyree Sneed owns. It doesn't exist.
I got you. Just bear with me. I'm eating a snack.
Eating snacks, the most important thing in the world for him. Eating snacks. Forget meals. Give this guy his snacky poos, and he's going to be really happy. Welcome, Mr. Smith.
No, what are you eating?
Yeah, I don't want to go into it, but it's good.
Okay.
Anyway, long story short, what does Batman do? Let me think about it while I'm finishing. I'm going to answer right now. It's the purpose of standing up for what's right.
Blew it right off.
Really, that's the main concept of it. I think that Batman period. I just think that I embody and represent everything that Batman should be and is, because you'd have to have like a driving force in you that can't be stopped. Which I mean, even you have told me that I have that. I mean, do you remember that?
He's done that more than once, Nick. More than once.
Oh yeah, yes,
Usually behind an Arby's.
I do. I remember.
Do you remember what you told me?
Verbatim, no.
I do. You told me that. I mean, it meant a lot to me when you said it, but you said that like I always like every time I go through shit or whatever, like even if we just call it like if I fail at something or whatever, that's not what you said, but just anything like that I kind of come back harder every time, stronger. Isn't that what you said? Something like that?
Oh, he watched it a few times. You know he did, and he really, really thinks he made a good impression. At the very end of this thing, he'll say something that makes you believe that he thinks he made a really good impression. He didn't, of course.
Maybe I said you persevere or you come back on top.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that meant a lot to me because, I mean, the thing is, people on here want to act like it's easy. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. None of this shit is. It's not easy. I make it look easy. It's not easy. And, I mean, I just think that that's all the qualities of Batman is having that driving perseverance, that kind of work ethic like I have, that discipline, which I think you brought up too as well. But I mean, that's just when I say, what does Batman do? Everything that I've been doing, which is just fighting, literally fighting crime, shutting down corruption. I've literally done all these things. I mean,
what does Batman do? Absolutely nothing. You heard it here first, but then again, you already knew that. You didn't need me to tell you.
Like in every facet that Batman does, I can't really discuss all of it. But neither would Batman be able to. But it's just the concept that I fight evil and I fight crime and I stand up for what's right. And that's the entire concept of I also really am big on the whole League of Shadows, and living in the shadows and moving in the shadows. I literally do this. I mean, I'm living in the shadows, am I not? I'm a fucking ghost. Nobody knows anything about me. People talk.
Living in the shadows. I remember that Rolling Stones song, don't you? Have you seen your hobo baby living in the shadows?
About me every day. No one knows a fucking thing about me. No one. They don't have a clue. Go ahead.
By the way, I want to clear this up. You had mentioned on your last live, I was cleaning the house and listening to you talk about me for a little bit, but I did not dox your number. I would never share your number with anyone. That was not me. I swear to God that I didn't do that.
You clean and listen to me?
Well, yes, the other day I did.
That is so cute.
You clean and listen to me? That is so cool. I can only say so much about that because when people tell me that they're listening to Negative 43 TV over their car stereos, I get all giddy.
I aim to please.
That is what?
I said I aim to please. No, I had to clean the house. We were having like a little party over here and like a little get together. And, I saw that this, you had mentioned.
No, I don't have to Google the movie Cruising. When that came out, it was hugely controversial. Yeah, that's it.
Me. I don't know if it was like the last live stream or the one before. So I was like, okay, let me listen. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, that's the thing though. Like a lot of people, they try to come at me like I'm out of line.
She's openly laughing. Let's take it back here just a little bit.
I said I aim to please. No, I had to clean the house. We were having like a little party over here and like a little get together. And, I saw that this, you had mentioned me. I don't know if it was like the last live stream or the one before. So I was like, okay, let me listen. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, that's the thing though. Like a lot of people, they try to come at me like I'm out of line or something. But what I'm saying really ain't out of line. if you look at my perspective, and that's the part that I'm like irritated with everyone about, because like my perspective is not hard to see. Like, you know, I mean, I don't want to go into it, but and keep talking about it. That's the whole thing. Like, I just don't want to talk about like negativity. But yeah, I mean, you can't take anything I say on here personal. Like, you know, if I really had any issue with you, I'd let you know. I don't have any
Of course, you can take it personally. That's why I'm here. The king of comedy, Jerry Lewis, was great in that.
issue like that. Clearly, I mean, obviously, I like you. Ben liked you, and it's for more reasons than one, literally. But um, I just want people to see my perspective. I'm kind of tired of people trying to swipe my perspective underneath the rug, and everyone else has their perspective, but their perspective don't add up and don't make sense. That's kind of the whole point and consensus on here, is that like most of the people on YouTube don't make coherent sense. I mean, if I wanted to, I could literally just go around YouTube right now and prove that everyone on here is fucking delusional.
Now, look at her. Look at her. Let's say you were in a restaurant and you're running your line, you're trying to be cool. She's looking at you like that. If she's looking at you like that, she's getting ready to go to the bathroom from which she will never return.
I promise you, like factually, I could go to their channel, start screenshotting, and prove to y'all how the shit they saying does not make valid, coherent sense within this reality. And I think that that's fucking crazy. Because it is fucking crazy. So what you got to understand about me, Jamie, is that, you know, it's not that I'm just wilding out for no reason. It's not that I'm crazy or anything like that. It's that there's two choices in life and in this matrix. And the two choices are, we're like cats in a cage. And you either sit in that cage and be docile, and you allow yourself to be held in slavery as a fucking captive, and you're okay with you know, the cat basically is okay with its fate, or you become the cat that does everything and loses its shit and does everything to bust out that fucking bullshit ass box.
That could well be the worst analogy that I've ever heard in my life. And I just now noticed, and we're 32 minutes into the show here on Negative 43 TV, that I forgot one ingredient, one important thing to the show. So much better now, Negative 43 TV. I'm Rick Baritone, 22 minutes after the hour.
Because you realize you're in a prison and you're in a box and you don't want to be there. And you don't care who sees what. You don't care who feels what way about you for it. You don't give a fuck about how anybody feel, because you just want out this bullshit fucking box, because this bitch ain't real. And that's the truth. This Matrix shit ain't fucking real. Half these people on YouTube, they ain't fucking real. And I ain't hearing it. And it's just that simple. If they want to talk about some real shit, cool. But if they want to talk about some fake shit, which is what they do all day on here, I've got tons of evidence of this. I'm just not going to waste my time looking at it, because it's disgusting. But that's why I like when you come over here, because at least we get to have, you know, a more
Sticky TT6 has returned. I believe I welcomed him earlier in the show. He must have stepped out for a few minutes. And you're absolutely right, Sticky. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time here on Saturday Madness this week, smoke 'em if you got 'em jive.
reality-based conversation. You know, like most of the people on YouTube, I don't really like them, and I think it's kind of odd that people talk about me the way they do, when in real life there's nobody who would disrespect me. Like nobody who's going to disrespect Tyree Sneed, especially now at this level and this level in the game. Nobody will do that, I promise you. So like all this shit on here is fugazi, it's all fake. I don't know what people are talking about, and it just, I don't know, man. I have a different struggle. You know, a lot of it has to do with my race. I think people forget that too. Like people think they know who I am. Like,
and always remember, guys, whenever in doubt, monopolize the conversation.
do you like? I'll ask you. Like, I'm gonna explain to you how people got me all the way fucked up and don't know what I represent. Like, what culture do you think I am?
Culture. I mean,
Like, you think I'm white, right?
Oh, God, he did, in fact, just say you think I'm white. Right. So while I'm sliding that back yet again, I mean, there are so many things in this that are going to be worth listening to again. It might take us a while to get through this hour and 2 minute video. That comment by Money Mike that's on your screen right now, that might be the champion of the evening.
Nobody's going to disrespect Tyree Sneed, especially now at this level and this level in the game. Nobody will do that. I promise you. So, like, all this shit on here is fugazi. It's all fake. I don't know what people are talking about.
I guess I should also explain Smoke 'em if you got 'em for any new people that are here. I know of at least one. We call Smoke 'em if you got 'em when it's time to smoke marijuana or any of the new forms nowadays, but you don't need to be a smoker to do Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Not at all. If you like to have a beer ball, that's the time to take a sip of that beer. But if you're the smart one here and you don't do anything, why, you can have the best experience of all when it comes to Smoke 'em if you got 'em. You can just sit there and vibe on a higher level and come out ahead of all of us.
And it just, I don't know, man. I have a different struggle. You know, a lot of it has to do with my race. I think people forget that too. Like, people think they know who I am. Like, do you, like, I'll ask you, like, I'm gonna explain to you how people got me all the way fucked up and don't know what I represent. Like, what culture do you think I am?
Hobo?
Culture? I mean,
Like, you think I'm white, right?
well, from the outside, yes. From the waist down? I'm kidding. I don't know. I just thought you'd like that.
Waist down, I'm definitely not your average white boy. That I'm extremely well endowed. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
No, but I don't know what your culture is. I'm not sure.
I'm extremely well endowed. You know, that's actually so. Well, back then he talked about the supposed size of his crank rather a lot. Not really doing that anymore. I guess fighting for survival and slowly starving to death just kind of takes the emphasis away from your groin.
I know that
Unless, of course, you're using your groin to generate some money to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Banana Bear Jew.
I'm fucking Spanish. I'm Spanish. So what be tripping me out and why, like, it's not odd for me to talk the way I talk. That's number one. It's not odd of me if I say, like, the N-word and shit. That's not odd. That's not an oddity in society. Like, I don't think some of these people claim they're from New York, but they don't know about New York. And I actually have some videos I could pull up and show y'all right now.
He is talking about Elle Frost, and she is, of course, born and raised.
A dude that I honestly think kind of looks like me. And I'm not saying he looked this pretty, but I think he looked kind of like me. And I think that people forget my actual culture and heritage. And you got to understand.
Not only that, but guys who brag about having a big dick are just like fucking weirdos.
With me, I have a major issue with people because of it, because I have to deal with all these different cultures. And I feel very disrespected because that's exactly what's being done. It's like my people, my culture have been ousted from the whole fucking equation as far as being acknowledged, but yet we're the ones who run this whole shit. Like, we're the realists. We're the ones running the streets. Like, literally, like, I've done everything to earn my respect on every level, and I'm
going to leave that up for a few extra seconds. That's a goodie.
I think that should stand for, like, one culture. I think it should stand for every culture that I am, because I'm multiple cultures. Like, on top of that, I have a black middle name. So I don't know if I have African in me. My dad grew up in Africa.
You do not have a black middle name. The name Tyree has a long history in the state of Texas and in the Southwest in general. Very, very, very popular cowboy name back when.
So it would be very dumb of anyone to think that you could put that past me, that I might not actually be part African, which would make me, when they say, oh, well, you think you're black, well, that's what black is. Black is African, dummy. So, not calling you that, but the public. So that would make me exactly that, black. It's the same thing. I just wouldn't have actual bicolor black skin, which I don't want. So, it just doesn't fly with me. It doesn't make sense. But my point is, there's a rapper from New York named True Life.
I should step in really quickly to say what you just heard. I did not manipulate that in any way at all. That actually came out of his mouth.
And he was very kind of like me. Like, we have the same kind of energy. I think my shit's a little worse than him because I got that white side too of my dad. And my dad was just like, he was the scariest thing I've ever seen. And I'm not saying it because he's my dad. I've never seen anything like we have like.
That is one of the very, very, if not the worst thing you can say about your dad.
Vampire in our blood or some shit. We're not like understand. My strength level is not a normal like man's strength level. That's what the problem is people, when people think like they can get into it with me or see me, like in boxing or anything like that, or in anything I've been through, because I just don't like talking about it, but I've had a really rough background. People know that. I'm sure you kind of grasp that at this point, but they don't understand.
A rough background. I mean, as far as, like maybe being shoved into a trash can or rolled downhill, that had to suck.
Understand, like, you're not coming up against like a regular human being. Like, you're coming up against
a real occurrence, everyone.
The fucking vampire with like adrenaline strength that you've never seen. Like, my strength is different. When I'm mad, my strength is it's not human. It's something else. I'm just being honest. I don't know what we have in our blood, but I think in our DNA there's something different in it. But
thanks, John. For the rest of the night, in the back of my mind, I'll be hearing Ram Ranch, God damn it.
Go ahead.
Oh, you mean like I don't know if you've ever seen like those those crackhead videos where these guys that look like really small, they just get this enormous strength out of nowhere. I'm not saying crackhead, but I'm saying people can just get this crazy, or let's say a baby
superhuman strength.
Yeah, and the mom can just lift up this car because there's just something in them that makes them strong. Yeah, maybe it's adrenaline.
Vladimir Putin is here.
Yeah, I just think that I have it, like, I don't know, more pronounced or something, or I know how to use it better. I don't know. I just know I'm not ordinary. Like, I don't think it's just that, like, just regular human. I think it's something else. I don't know. I just think my DNA.
All right, everyone, a true legend here in Sneedville. It's Ashes 611. Welcome.
Different. I mean, you got to look at it. We can't act like I'm the same because I'm not the same. Because if I was the same, I wouldn't be getting hated by all these little clown suckers on here every day. Because I'm the only one getting
doing fantastic. I'm hanging out with all of you good people.
Hated on. There ain't no other human being on YouTube getting hated on here right now. Nobody. It's all Tyree Sneed. Every single one of these fucking YouTubers every day, I could sub to anyone in these communities and every one of them hates on me. They don't hate on none of these other motherfuckers. Some of them go back and forth and argue over nothing and ignorance, but they all hate on me, specifically me. Why me? Because I'm different.
Oh boy.
That's my only point. It's clear I'm different, because if I wasn't different, they wouldn't give a fuck about me. So, and they feel inferior because of me, so I must be superior in some way. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, how are you superior to anyone? I mean, I don't have a tramp stamp. Does that make you superior to me? I think not. It's a joke I've made before, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Tyree Sneed has a tramp stamp, so the guys that are just pounding the hell out of that ass have something to read.
When you say that your dad was the scariest person that you've known, what do you mean by that? Like how? Like
well, he had a crater. He had a crater in his shoulder that went down to the bone for like a long time, like years. I mean, you don't think that's some pretty tough cowboy shit. And there ain't too many humans who could handle that. I mean, he would clean it out in front of me all the time with peroxide.
Oh, like an abscess, you mean?
It sounds like skin cancer.
No, I mean, yeah, a whole fucking crater. Like his whole shoulder was eaten. He had bone coming out.
Yeah.
And it's
that's not good.
Probably massively overstated, of course. Never take Tyree Sneed absolutely at his word about anything at all.
And was alive.
How'd that happen? Do you have like an injury?
I don't know. I tried to ask him. He would never tell me. maybe the sun, maybe skin cancer. I don't know. I know it was spreading. It was spreading before he died.
Oh, no kidding. I think we'll have to. I think we'll have to look that up. And I stepped on something.
So when you say that your dad was the scariest person that you've known, what do you mean by that? Like how? Like
Well, he had a crater. He had a crater in his shoulder that went down to the bone for like a long time, like years. I mean, you don't think that's some pretty tough cowboy shit, and there ain't too many humans who could handle that. I mean, he would clean it out in front of me all the time with peroxide.
Oh, like an abscess, you mean?
No, I mean, yeah, a whole fucking crater. Like his whole shoulder was eaten. He had
Like
bone coming out.
Yeah. That's not good.
Oh.
How'd that happen?
Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen is the kind of hard-hitting comedy that you can only get here on Negative 43 TV. He's here, and he's here just in time. Please welcome Red Screen to the show.
Do you have like an injury?
I don't know. I tried to ask him. He would never tell me. Maybe the sun, maybe skin cancer. I don't know. I know it was spreading. It was spreading before he died in the car crash that he was in. That I still think that people took him out, and that was a deliberate crash. And the article makes no sense, but people can believe what they want.
Oh, that's not. I didn't know that. But the car crash, was it like? I mean, I feel like kind of. I don't want to be rude or anything or ask something too personal, but was the car crash something that you said that you felt like it was maybe like a setup or something, or no? How did?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think they took my dad out. Of course, they had to, because this whole movement came after me my whole life. I've been targeted my entire life. People tried to take me out since I was born. So to put it past them that they wouldn't try to take my father out is comical, of course.
Yeah, I had it up on my my phone. Actually, for years I had it saved. It's in the Navasota Times, 2016-ish, somewhere. It is out there. And as far as the whole thing of him dying, getting his crank licked by a young male, that is not in fact the case. He was with a 46-year-old woman when he died, and of course she did as well. But the lore remains because it is an extreme irritant to Tyree Sneed. But the truth is, he was with a woman, 46 years old.
Yeah, I think it was definitely.
Do you think the car crash was like somehow related to you? Do you feel like they were targeting you and not your dad, and your dad got wrapped up in something, or?
Maybe, or they just wanted to, I don't know, maybe, I mean.
Well, there you go, Banana Bear. You just mashed the whole thing together.
Take him from me so that I don't have my father? I don't know.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is your mother alive?
I mean, that's why you got to understand how personal the shit is behind YouTube. Like, it's kind of awfully coincidental that's the first thing all these people came online and talked about. So that's all I'm going to say. You know, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't do too much talking, but it's kind of coincidental that that's all they did was come on here and try to talk shit about my dad dying. And I also think that's the most cowardly shit in the world to do, you know, especially behind a computer, is talk about people's families. And
the shit that you have said about other people's deaths, fuck your dad. Okay? I'm not going to say that under any normal circumstance whatsoever. Go back to Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Listen to his streams from then. He was talking massive shit about a woman that was deleted in front of her 14-year-old daughter. The things he was saying on that day were just evil.
You know, when they lose their family members, I think that's some pussy shit. And I've never done that to anyone. The only time I ever would do that is people who did it to me, and I'm just returning the favor, laughing at them, and that's justice. You know, it is what it is. But like, I think that's some real cowardly shit. And the difference is,
He absolutely does still bring up Tiffany Draper, and I just want to reach through the computer. I don't even have to tell you to do what. I just want to reach through the computer.
Is like, I don't say anything online I won't say to anyone's face. These motherfuckers really won't say anything to my face.
Oh, it should be easy enough. Just go to his page, click on live, and just scroll down till you get into the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day area. I don't think he deleted them.
So we're not the same. But yeah, I think it was definitely targeted hit on my father. Yeah. I don't really want to talk about it other than that, but yeah.
We don't have to. Have you been working on any new music? I do like your music.
Before we change subjects here, please say hi to Cake Pad. Now he's going to talk about his music. God help us all.
Yeah, I made some new tracks. I can show you one right now. Hold on.
Sure.
I dealt with one of these queer baits. He flagged my channel, and I addressed him publicly in front of everyone. He must be from Russia or something. I kept asking him who the fuck he was, and he wouldn't tell me. But the reason why it's relevant is because he affects my channel, but yet, like, he didn't have to do that. Like, I take beats all the time and record on them. Like, that's how any artist has to operate. I'm not going to purchase every beat that I record on. I make these tracks like practice tracks, and then if I want to release them, like, I could take his track and release it still. He can't do shit about it. He's not gonna do shit about it because he ain't got money like that, and he ain't gonna pay the travel expenses.
Try it. Go ahead.
But it's the purpose of, he fucked up my channel, you know what I mean, and affected my shit that I'm building, that I'm actually making money. Like, I'm not making a lot on here, and I'm not trying to because I don't need it.
I can't recall Silicone, and if we get lucky, he won't.
But there's going to come a time when I do really try to, you know, but the point is, and that's what we're building up to progressively, slowly, because I'm taking my time with it, because again, it's unimportant and irrelevant, but it's the purpose that, you know, he didn't have to do that. Like, he could have just, you know, been like, okay, you use my beat. What you do is
Negative 43 TV, 42 minutes after the hour. And I probably don't need to point this out, but I will anyway. All of this is going on with a backdrop of a guy in a chicken outfit.
You be a man and you come to me first and you ask me, hey, like, can you remake the song and say the credits on the song? I would have had no issue. I would have done that right away. But instead, this douchebag motherfucker flags my channel, so now that affects my status on here and shit. You know what I mean? And
douchebag motherfucker. Phrases like that help a woman see the genuinely soft character that resides inside.
And he didn't have to do that. And I'm still a little pissed off about that, because, like, that messes up my, like, this is a career for me. You know, despite the fact that I have other careers, but this is my career.
Oh, I think of Sheets. I think of those damn donuts. The ones I can't eat anymore. Oh, my God. If you've never went into Sheets to grab a banana, they've got those too. But if you've never had a donut from there, try it.
And, you know, I just don't think that's cool for people to be fucking with my career. But it's going to be part of it, and I don't mind.
No, that is actually the stream that Tyree did. That's his background.
Mind it, you know, at all. In fact, like, I enjoy any kind of back and forth. But just the fact that then he thought that I was going to purchase the beat and shit, which he wanted to sell like for $120, $150. Like, I could buy that shit in my sleep right now, but I just don't want to. Because it's the principle of the matter that he could have come to me like any normal person would and just said, hey, just shout out the credits. I would have said no problem. But instead, he want to, like, flag my channel and then try to literally blackmail me to buy a beat, and I could take.
Yep, that's right. At the time, he was going to be a U.S. Marshal, and that is from the movie U.S. Marshal, and that's why it was there. He does not focus at all.
His ass to court over that and win and get him for blackmail. But this is how stupid people are, because they don't know the law and they don't know this music business, and I know it like the back of my hand. I've been studying it long enough. So, like I said, I mean, people do talking on here, but I'm a real artist. Like,
did you know Tommy Lee Jones played football at Harvard? 3-year starter?
Anything Kanye does, Tyree Sneed can do. I run my own record label. I'm the CEO of it. My record label is completely established. I'm on Pandora too. I'm on all that. I get 100% of my royalties for all the tracks. They're on every digital retailer right now. I've got my own website that's worldwide. I just take it off and I pull it down when I want because I don't like paying for it all the time. And I get 100% of the royalties for that. So, like, I have all means to distribute music, get artists, build my record label, and that's what I'm going to be working on pretty soon here, right around the corner. I've just the whole time has been I've got financial goals I want to meet so that we have resources for the label, like more than enough resources to do everything that I need to do.
Boy.
But go ahead, if you want to chime in.
No, I actually wanted to ask you about this. Your intro, what you have playing in the background. What is that from? This Big Bird. What's that from?
What is it from?
Here we go.
I wanted to ask you that before, but I never asked you.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the intro song or the instrumental?
This, what you have playing in the background has like a big bird. Like
what?
It's like a big bird. The Big Bird. It's like a big bird. You know, like Big Bird.
Oh, you're talking about the clip. Okay, here, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing my drink.
Yeah, what is
I'll
that?
answer you.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna grab this and then I'll answer you.
Good, you're fine.
He's gonna grab this. Let's see what happens within the next minute or so. I think I have a pretty darn good idea.
I dropped my shit. Hold on. Well, that is it represents my position in all of this because again, these people can pretend as long as they want. I don't know why everyone's pretending on YouTube because it's very obvious what's happening. It's in front of everyone. I'm building a federal case. The federal case that I'm building is going to be the most powerful federal case that's ever been brought before the United States justice system of America. The case involves corporations, companies, trafficking children.
Oh, corporations. And you heard what he said before I had a chance to stop it. I did not think that he was going to go there. It's something that he touches base on from time to time, and he's really been on fire about it lately. I do not understand how he can just randomly accuse people of the worst thing in the world, the absolute worst thing in the world, and continue to have a channel. As a result of that, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the bottom of your screen, here is a Chiron, and it is a Chiron from George Orwell. Did you know he works for Negative 43 TV? It's true.
And the connection to YouTube and Google, who is satanic. And basically, I'm going to expose publicly at a federal level. I want to take it to the Supreme Court, and I want to get all these people locked up for their crimes. That's right, because I think the corporations are trafficking children, and I think that's why they targeted me. And they came fucking with me. I didn't bother none of these fucking people, and in the process,
Things like that is why he deserves whatever happens to him. I'm not really wishing anything on him, algorithm.
show me the truth. That's what's going on here. That's the conspiracy on YouTube. They're all pedophiles and registered sex offenders, and they're all working against me, plotting how to take me down and stop me and lie on my name and falsely accuse me and get me locked up because they don't want the fucking truth being said. And y'all can't do me like Pac and Biggie and all these other motherfuckers because I'm really, really like gangster to the core. Like I'm built for this shit.
Okay, if there's anybody new that's still here, if you've made it this long, you're going to be okay. That is why it is okay to absolutely hate this man's guts. It's a guilt-free thing. You can feel good hating this cocksucker because the only thing, as I like to say, that separates him from the absolute worst that humanity has to offer is his cowardice. The dude is, of course, a complete putty.
And I'm not your regular dude. So, you know,
God,
that's
no.
basically what it represents. Now, what is it from? Have you ever seen the movie U.S. Marshal?
Maybe like a long time ago. It's an old movie, right? Yeah.
Ah, yes, built to be shit indeed.
I'm gonna keep having it play because that's basically what my life is like right now. It's another corporation and business that I want to eventually build, possibly. But it again ties into that concept that I'm the one who's exposing these criminals. In the movie, it's U.S. Marshal, so he is a U.S. Marshal. What I'm hoping for possibly is that maybe, perhaps at some point, they'll allow me to get in a position as an actual U.S. Marshal because of what I'm going to do with the court system, with the case that I'm telling you, and the level of capacity of how many, corporations it will expose, and just the vast network that it's going to bring down, which is corrupt, and all the evil that it's going to stop. But yeah, I mean, that's one of my goals probably, is to become an actual U.S. Marshal.
If you ever looked out at the world through the eyes of Tyree Sneed, it's got to look like a broken kaleidoscope.
And in this movie, he is a U.S. Marshal. The scene is amazing that this is from, but he's actually literally in that chicken suit, and he's a U.S. Marshal, so he's like the detective. So he's holding the little chicken for the samples, and the bitch comes up to grab one, and he just drops it, and then he goes into the home, and he apprehends a criminal.
So, but what is
I'm
it,
sure.
what does it take?
I'm sure that there could have been hundreds and hundreds of clips from this movie that he could have picked. Hundreds. He could have made his own. No, he's going for some dude in some dude in a Big Bird / San Diego chicken outfit. It says so much about Tyree Sneed that he would do that.
To become a U.S. Marshal, like what do you have to go
I don't know, but it's nothing. I know it's nothing that I can't do and get done very quickly. I mean, that's the thing people don't get. People come on YouTube, and I don't understand because they try to talk down on me, but I have any available option I'd like to take. Like, I'm making more money than fucking attorneys right now. So I laugh at all these people. Like, they can tell themselves they're delusional all they like. I make more money than
Baka, John Cole. Baka indeed.
lawyers right now. I'm planning on probably.
That is a reference to the Tyree Sneed song "Fire and Ice." If you've never heard it, listen to it, and you could look me up and slap me in the face later.
Going to law school at some point. I want to be a lawyer, and I want to possibly be a U.S. Marshal, and I might want to be a bounty hunter. It's about between those three options. I'm still going to be doing all the Batman shit, all this other shit, but those are three options that I'm looking at for my future and for a career.
Yes, a 5-year-old running around the neighborhood with an old bath towel tied around his neck.
I mean, those all seem obtainable. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I believe in myself. That's what I believe. I know I can accomplish anything, and I'll just persevere and keep trying regardless. But I mean, I'm definitely smart enough. I had a 4.2 GPA in high school, top 10 in my class, diploma, distinction, 3.34 in college. Stopped going to class, didn't buy one.
He has a sub 100 IQ. I don't know this for certain. My belief is that he has a sub 100 IQ. He did say today, for example, that his entire life, he always thought that winter ended in December.
Go ahead.
No, I said.
Again, I'll repeat, he's always believed that winter ended in December. Negative 43 TV.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, not too many people get a 4.2 in high school. I mean,
it could well be a matter of how low can you go, playing limbo with IQ points.
It's almost impossible.
Or should I say, dancing limbo with IQ points.
Amazing grades. I mean, constantly. You can't ever slack or fuck up. And I did it. So, I don't know. I went to 4 different high schools.
Everybody warmly welcome King Blazy, Wisdom, Power, Intellect. Good Lord, we could use some of that around here. Welcome.
Schools. And that's how that happened. But it was all legit. It was kind of funny because when I got to the 4th high school, I had a bitch in a class get mad, and she was trying to argue with me because I told her I'm in the top 10 of your school because that's what they told me, and I really was. And she was so upset about that because I guess she felt like she was in the top 10, but like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yoda, who arrives with the scariest question I've ever read.
I was who took her slot or something, or she wanted to feel like she was the only one in that class, and she wasn't because I was literally in the top 10. But you know, I was fairly new there, so
I'm seeing that, Mike. Possible snow at the border, and this is weird.
it is what it is, you know. But it's stupid high school shit, petty.
So
But-
how are your? I know that you have like stocks and stuff. How's that going? Is that going well? Like your stock stuff?
She was trolling him and doing a great job of it.
Yeah, it's going perfectly according to plan. You know, I don't.
All right, everything just got a little bit more fun than it was even a moment ago because Connie's crusty charcuterie is here. We call her C4.
I don't want none of that to really take off or pop or burst or skyrocket just yet. So it's all going perfect because I'm getting a ton of shares.
Christina is real, as in Christina is a guy playing at being a woman.
Very quickly, and it's just helping me increase the share count, which is all that I want because
at this point, I don't believe Tyree would care.
Like I said, I mean, you keep seeing, you just got to pay attention to that number, that 23,859. Those are all tangible stock shares. So what people don't understand is, first of all, first order of business, nobody on YouTube or in the world knows what stock I'm invested in or company. That's number one. Number two.
Of course, we all knew it was App Harvest. We all knew it was App Harvest all along. And for those of you who may not know, which was probably everybody here already does, he lost every dime. Over $11,000 because he's dumb.
I spent years researching this, and I handpicked, selected this, and it has a beautiful future. It's had a beautiful existence. Everything's going perfect with it. It's actually literally, yes, all going according to plan. Everything.
Indeed, Vladimir. Man, catfish. Man, catfish. Man, catfish. Oh, I can't wait for RTS to get the remix done.
Looks perfect. Looks amazing. And it looks like the best investment I've ever made in my entire life, and that anyone could. And the spread for profit is higher than Bitcoin by a long shot. It's not even comparable. It's higher. The spread for my stock is higher than any stock that I think might have ever existed.
Yep, he's pretty pathetic. And we're going to take a look at the last one next Saturday on Saturday Madness. It is 3 minutes until the top of the hour.
On top of that, so this is the thing, like I said, you know, that's the only reason why I get a little upset and agitated is that the things that I'm doing are not on no minute level. Like, they're on a genius level. Like, there's nobody who is this is the impossible shit that I'm doing. And, you know, I think it's sad that people spend their time trolling now.
It's not impossible shit. It's merely shit. So let me take this back about 20 seconds or so we can get back into the flow of things.
Number one. Number two, I spent years researching this, and
oh my God, does he, King?
Handpicked, selected this, and it has a beautiful future. It's had a beautiful existence. Everything's going perfect with it. It's actually literally, yes, all going according to plan. Everything looks perfect, looks amazing. And it looks like the best investment I've ever made in my entire life, and that anyone could. And the spread for profit is higher than Bitcoin by a long shot. It's not even comparable. It's higher. The spread for my stock is higher than any stock that I think might have ever existed. On top of that, so this is the thing, like I said, you know, that's the only reason why I get a little upset and agitated is that the things that I'm doing are not on no minute level. Like, they're on a genius level. Like, there's nobody who is this is the impossible shit that I'm.
Okay, for the next minute or so, concentrate on Jamie Rose, if you will. Every sign that you are not just blowing it, but you have blown it, she is showing to you right now. Guys, take note.
And you know, I think it's
You single guys.
sad that people spend their time trolling. Like now we've already had like 5 accounts come over here trying to say put downs to me and negative shit that doesn't exist. And that's the thing. They just constantly are trying to insult me and attack me. And I think it's very odd because I've proven them wrong every single time.
Yeah, apparently there is something going on relative to settlements, but he won't see a dime of it ever.
And this has happened hundreds of thousands of times. I mean, so to do it again is just a walk in the park. But yeah, when this stock eventually does take off, and it will, the amount of money that I'm going to be making and how quickly is going to be absolutely insane. It's going to look like something nobody.
All right, everyone, the real world has Dave Chappelle. We in Sneedville have that guy. We got the better end of the deal.
Nobody's ever seen before. This will make all of Vegas look like a joke. And the goal is that I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping at 30,000 shares, which I'm going to break very soon because I'm moving full speed ahead. I'm not stopping when I get 100,000 now. My goal is to get over 1 million shares of this stock. I want to make so much goddamn money that no one can ever tell me anything, and I want to buy countries now. People don't understand. When people talk shit to me, I always rise to the occasion. I come from a block you don't talk shit from. I don't know how people was raised. I've always been about that. People should not talk shit to me.
Boy, he really just kicked his mania into overdrive here, did he not?
When people do, because they have access to on the internet now, it just gives me incentive and drive. So like now, like I don't even want to stop at like just being filthy rich and having limitless money for the rest of my life. Now I want to buy whole countries. Like I might be a problem for Putin at some point. And the crazy part is it could happen any day.
I could be a problem for Putin someday. Oh my goodness. I just paused there, not because there's any joke, because the insanity is cranking up to such a massive level. I thought maybe a few seconds of breathing room would work. Okay, that's enough.
Because all that has to happen is the stock just go up, and like overnight, I'm going to turn into this story that everyone's going to be asking about. I'm going to contact Forbes magazine, like I said. They're probably not going to want to put me on the fucking magazine, and I'm going to have to speak to them and bitch them out on the phone or whatever, or you know, address them how I need to, you know, because
Tyree is from possibly the most exclusive suburb in the whole of the United States.
I'm going to make sure that my story gets some publicity. I'm tired of not being recognized. I've already done this. I already had made more money and spent more than the entire.
He used to say Trailside Drive. Look it up. Like Trailside Drive sounds tough, right? Well, I looked it up, and tough's not the word. Posh, however, is.
Our government combined, literally. And I was given no press or publicity, and I think it's some fucking bullshit. Because I think people deserve to know the truth about the people who are really making money out here individually on their own. I think that's pretty impressive. So, you know, I don't know, you know. And like I said, at the end of the day, I still don't give a fuck about money. And I think that's why I have an ability to manifest it so well, because I don't give a shit about it. I don't need it. I don't care about money. I care about happiness.
That's why I manifested so well, because I don't give a shit about it. You did not wake up this morning and say, hey, I'm going to hear Tyree Sneed say that.
I care about love. That's about it.
What country would you buy first?
Dubai.
Dubai. Oh,
in a heartbeat. There's so much goddamn money in Dubai.
He's gonna buy Dubai first. He's totally shut off, isn't he? He's absolutely shut off. I mean, you would feel bad for him, but fortunately for everybody here, he's a cocksucker.
For sure, yeah.
That's where I want to move. You want to move there with me?
To Dubai? I mean, I don't know about Dubai. I mean,
will you visit with me, and then then maybe we can like have some kids while we're in Dubai, and then you'll be stuck in the marriage and you won't be able to leave.
Well, if he's going to buy Dubai, he's going to have to buy Dubai from the real Tyree Sneed, and he's not selling.
Well, you know, I'm 41, so I don't know how many kids I could potentially have. And if I did, I think there'd be a high chance that they would have the tism, you know?
Well, I just care about the part where you're stuck in the marriage and you can't leave. So
Oh, okay.
I can hold on to you so that you don't run away.
Okay, it only sounds like he's joking. Let's hear it again.
Now I want to buy whole countries. Like I might be a problem for Putin at some point. And the crazy part is it could happen any day. Because all that has to happen is the stock just go up, and like overnight I'm going to turn into this story that everyone's going to be asking about. I'm going to contact Forbes magazine, like I said. They're probably not going to want to put me on the fucking magazine, and I'm going to have to speak to them and bitch them out on
Again, I rewound. You're not that high.
the phone or whatever, or address them how I need to, because I'm going to make sure that my story gets some publicity. I'm tired of not being recognized. I've already done this. I already had made more money and spent more than the entire government combined, literally, and I was given no press or publicity, and I think it's some fucking bullshit, because I think people deserve to know the truth about the people who are really making money out here individually on their own. I think that's pretty impressive. So, I don't know, and like I said, at the end of the day, I still don't give a fuck about money, and I think that's why I have an ability to manifest it so well, because I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, that woman will find here within a day or two that she probably made a mistake. She did make a mistake. He's going to expect free shit every single day. Negative 43 TV, 5 minutes after the top of the
I don't need it. I don't care about money. I care about happiness. I care about love. That's about it.
What country would you buy first?
Dubai.
Dubai. Oh,
In a heartbeat. There's so much goddamn money in Dubai.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I want to move. You want to move there with me?
To Dubai? I mean, I don't know about Dubai. I mean,
Will you visit with me, and then then maybe we can have some kids while we're in Dubai, and then you'll be stuck in the marriage and you won't be able to leave.
Well, I'm 41, so I don't know how many kids I could potentially have, and if I did, I think there'd be a high chance that they would have the tism.
Well, I just care about the part where you're stuck in the marriage and you can't leave. So
oh, okay.
I can hold on to you so that you don't run away.
I'm reminded of a song by Fear called Honor and Obey. The first couple of lines of the song are, and this will be found offensive by maybe a few of you, first two lines of the song, "Get up and make my fucking breakfast, you lazy bitch. Yeah, you're my wife now. Don't start whining and giving me shit."
I'm kind of joking.
Slap a job on me. Yeah, just
what is it?
Put a burqa on me and just trap me.
Well, I mean, I'm just kidding. That's not my style. Hopefully, you would actually want to be with me. But I've had a rough time in love and in the women department, if you can't tell, and it's nothing.
No shit.
To do with me or anything wrong with me or my own doing at all. It's just that I attract, really bad people. I attract narcissistic sociopaths and psychos, and that's obvious because look at what just happened. This shit is all the time. And it's in every walk of life for me. But I just get better and better at dealing with them in the situation. So that's the best that I think I can do.
You would think after a while of watching this that you would say to yourself, okay, he's at rock bottom for this show. There is no way that this man can say anything that's going to be even remotely as embarrassing as what he just said. Well, you stay right where you are.
Why do you
I do think you're beautiful. I am definitely interested in you, so I want to make that clear.
Well, why do you think you attract narcissists?
I don't think anything. I'm an empath. We all do. It's just
don't know anything about that, Mike. I got it right the first time myself. The whole marriage thing. That is
part of how it works if you start studying it. If you're an empath, you're going to attract narcissists. And if you're a narcissist, well, I don't think they attract empaths, but, well, yeah, maybe in some regard, yeah. I think opposites attract too.
So you consider yourself an empath?
Say it again?
You consider yourself to be an empath, correct? An empath?
I don't consider I'm positive I'm an empath.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
100%.
Like the other day,
Oh.
I saw, which I don't know if you watch any of this stuff, but I saw it was a police video or a body cam video that William Glory Hole posted of Jennifer, which I didn't even know this was connected. Like I had no idea that Jennifer.
Let me say this: if it has anything to do with the same names, I don't want to bring up. I don't want to talk about it. But go ahead.
That's right. He's that lightweight that if you mention any of his trolls or his enemies, the conversation will stop right there. It's just his shell is so papery soft. He doesn't actually have a shell at all. He's very, very sensitive.
Well, I didn't like. I had no idea that they were connected. I had no idea that they knew each other, and I thought it was really weird. But she had called. She was on the phone.
Well, slow down, because first of all, I didn't hear anything that you said. So repeat what you're saying.
Okay, so
the other Nego, I'm reading that and I'm hearing Rodney Dangerfield's voice. I'd read it in his voice, but impressions aren't my thing. I have a request from Silicone. You see the word up there? It's antics. They just love it. Okay, join with me now. 1, 2, 3. Antics!
I saw a body cam footage.
Just a special little thing we do from time to time around here.
Footage of Jennifer had called, or she was on the phone, and Cyrax had the cops show up, and she's like defending Cyrax, and I thought it was really bizarre. I had no idea that Jennifer knew Cyrax.
What Jennifer are we talking about? The one I don't want to talk about, or a different Jennifer?
Be quiet, Rich.
Yeah, that one. But I had no idea this was like. I had no idea they knew each other. I thought it was.
I don't believe none of that. Like that's the thing. Y'all can't just bring me stories. Y'all got to show me this shit. Like you got to play the video or.
I mean,
I don't know what that means because I mean she's not that like who you're talking about. That's not even possible.
I couldn't hear it, Lobster, but I could hear it in my heart.
They're not in a position to defend anyone, and they never defend anyone. How could they defend anyone when they can't even take care of themselves? She's a bum.
I have no idea. But I mean,
that definitely didn't happen in real life. So I mean, I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying. Like what I'm saying is, if you're gonna say something or claim something, you should play like the tape or like give it to me or show it to me. Like,
I mean,
where's this at the internet?
I can send it to you. I'm like on my phone, like recording, but maybe I could. Like,
I don't want any links. I mean, you could just tell me like the title of it, and I could look it up right here. But what are you talking about? Yeah. But how is it the same Jennifer? That makes no sense.
It is, and I had no idea that it would be, but it was. It's true.
I think that's a different Jennifer because I've heard them bring up the name Jennifer, and it's someone else.
I don't think so.
So what's the name of the video?
I'm gonna look it up. 1 second.
Defending Cyrax how in real life?
Yeah. Is her last name Binsh? Binsh?
Yeah.
Yes, in fact, this is true. Jennifer was gatekeeping for Cyrax at one time and actually spoke to the Akron Police Department, and she said that she talked to the mayor of Ohio and that he was a really nice guy.
Binsh, yeah.
Mayor of Ohio.
But again, I don't want none of these names brought up on here, and I've asked like 80 million times. Yeah, so you're kind of violating my rules.
I'm sorry. I just saw this like 2 days ago, and
I just want the name.
You're violating. Oh my God, you're violating.
The video, other than that, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I have no business. I don't want to discuss any of those people.
Oh my God, stop violating me.
They're trash.
Okay, well, the name of the video is pretty long. It's
that's fine.
I think it'd be easier to find it if you just went on William Glory Hole's channel, and it's the most recent video that was posted. The title of the video is on 5/1/23. Chance Wilkins and Jennifer Binsh call the police on Marty. New officer says Glory Hole.
Yeah, but I mean that's what that bitch does. She does
now.
fake stunts and has fake energy, and everything she does is fake. So I mean, well, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, just because you act like you're doing something doesn't mean you're actually doing it. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know much about
I mean,
her.
I mean, anyone can act like they can act like they're donating to charity because they care, but they're really donating to charity because they want you to notice. Oh, I'm donating to a charity, and half the charities they don't give the money to the cause. So, like I said, I mean, that doesn't do anything for me. But my question is, like, why are we even talking about this?
Because I just saw it, and I just,
I know, but there's no but, because again, like I've asked 80 million times, so I'm gonna ask again. Why the fuck are we even talking about this right now? If it's a rule on my program and for me that I don't want to talk about any of these people.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my bad. I apologize.
Cool. Like I have boundaries. I don't want to hear, but I mean that's all good and all, but I mean my point is, like, we don't need to mention any of these names. They're irrelevant. My question is, like, why do you pay attention and watch all these clowns and their trash? Like, I don't get it.
It just popped up. I mean, it just popped up, and I.
But it did because, like, you're associated with them. Like, you watch their content, and they really don't make content. It's all weird.
We are, in fact, having a great night around here, King, and it's all thanks to you. It's very little to do with me.
Weirdo shit. I'm just asking, like, what's your fascination?
I would say that I like to watch weird shit. I do. That's
a sufficient answer. That's fine. I just wanted to know why. That's all.
Yeah, I like watching weird shit. If someone's like, hey, you should watch this, it's something mainstream, I already know I'm not going to like it because it's something everybody else likes.
So when you say, I mean, I see the fake titles as usual, the fake title in the video, but the point is, what's the is that body cam then? Is that supposed to be where Marty's at?
No, it was just a cop with the body cam footage.
Ah, yes, John Cole says anyone can act like they're donating as he gives us a super chat. Thank you so very much.
Coming up to going to Cyrax's house.
Okay, then that title of that video again is fucking false. Like I said, these people are bullshitters, so that's what it proves.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the title was correct, they would be talking to Marty. They wouldn't be talking to Cyrax, correct?
No. So it's a cop, right? He's rolling up to Cyrax's house. And
right, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. Again, if the video title was correct, that video would have to be them speaking with Marty, not with Mr. Chance Wilkins.
No, but they never spoke to Marty. She was on the phone.
And there is one more. Thank you so much, Silicone. I'm getting very close to going over the top of the month. Very close. Thank you. All due to you.
You're not wanting to accept what I'm saying. It's just basic reality, and you don't have a choice because it's reality.
Okay.
If the title of the video was true, they would be speaking to Marty. Is that not a fact? Read the title.
No, it says they called the
Sorry,
police.
that's a cold hard fact. It says right there they called the police on Marty.
No.
In order for that video title to be true, I'll say it again. They would have to be speaking to Marty. That's a fact you cannot get around.
No, that's not the fact. The fact is Jennifer called.
That is absolutely right. Yes, it is tipping is what it is. It's certainly not donations. I'm a performer. Well, kind of, sort of. Anyway, performers get tipped. Donations go to charities.
And they called the police on Marty. They didn't get Marty on the phone, but she was on the phone talking to the cops with Cyrax at his house, and they called the cops.
What does that matter though?
I don't know.
That's not something I even want to discuss on here.
Well, then we could stop. We could just stop.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me, man. Freemasonry is comprised.
We can just stop. We can just stop in a very exasperated tone. She really is running out of patience at this point.
Of all these systems, so I'm not impressed. I mean, that means nothing to me. That doesn't make sense.
We can move on. No big deal. Like I said,
Yeah, do me a favor. Don't bring up that trash. That doesn't even. Okay. It won't even make sense with you and I trying to talk. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one of those people. I don't bring up other people and from my past and
You don't. You don't. You wouldn't have anything to talk about if you didn't bring up people from the past, not to mention the people you just heard of maybe that day, perhaps the day before, total strangers that you just kind of go off on out of nowhere because you're spasmodic.
you know what I mean? Especially people who I never was in a relationship with. Like no, I don't do that.
Well,
Yeah, he showed up in the last stream, but yes, now that you mention it, no, he's not here.
I have no qualms with any of my exes. We're all still good friends, and no
Now
issue.
that's a red flag right there because they're
Okay,
exes
all
for a
right.
reason.
Let me just slide this back because we have had a red flag designation right here on Saturday Madness, and I was running my goddamn mouth. I mean, it's kind of what I do here, but every now and again it screws me over, which means it screws you over.
They called the police on Marty. They didn't get Marty on the phone, but she was on the phone talking to the cops with Cyrax at his house, and they called the cops.
What does that matter though?
I don't know.
I mean, that's not something I even want to discuss on here.
Well, then we could stop. We could just stop.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me, man. Freemasonry is comprised of all these systems, so I'm not impressed. I mean, that means nothing to me.
Alright.
That doesn't make sense.
We can move on. No big deal. I just, like I said,
Yeah, do me a favor. Don't bring up that trash. That doesn't even. It won't even make sense with you and I trying to talk. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one of those people. I don't bring up other people and from my past and you know what I mean. Especially people who I never was in a relationship with. Like no, I don't do that.
Well, I have no qualms with any of my exes. We're all still good friends, and no
Now
issue.
that's a red flag right there because they're exes for a reason, and that's it. I mean, I'm not friends with any of mine.
I disagree. Like my most current ex, we were together for 12 years.
Right. What has he done for you?
Well, we created some businesses together, and we were happy for a long period of time. We were best friends.
Okay, so why are you not with him?
Because he wanted kids, and I didn't want to have kids with him.
You didn't want to have kids with him?
Yeah, did not.
No, you're right. Not hating your exes is not a red flag in and of itself. Of course, I know you were being sarcastic, but if you're on a date, and in my case, let's say the woman that you have taken out starts talking about their exes, that's when it's time for you to go to the bathroom and never return.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for me, my rule is like, if I'm trying to talk to you, I wouldn't want to hear about your exes. I think any dude would feel the same.
Well, yeah. But, however, that's not the situation here now, is it? In his mind, yes, it is.
That rule you can respect.
She's fascinated with him and wants to get on the tip. He's wrong, of course.
Or should we just talk?
Sure. I can respect anything.
Because my boundaries are like solid as fuck. Like for real. Like I have a mean like what they call cutoff game. Like I don't care. My thing is like people are gonna respect my boundaries. If they don't, I just don't deal with you.
Yeah, I believe in boundaries, but I also believe in compromise. You know, to have a healthy relationship, you have to compromise with that person. Sometimes you do.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's compromise. I think it's just pointless. I think that's a whole like different kind of topic. Like I'm just saying for me, like that's my rule. I don't want to hear about exes. I don't want to talk about them. I'm just saying you can't understand where I'm coming from with that.
I do.
You're not on a date. You are not on a date.
I do. It's
like any real man doesn't want to hear that shit. Like because it's stupid and pointless. Like no man wants to hear about a dude, first of all, period. Then on top of that, especially like the girl he's interested in and talking to. And
I'm telling you, Nick, the last time he was with a woman was almost 2 years ago now, he will never get laid again, ever.
Anyone can chime in and back me up if I'm not correct. Like, for what? Like, it don't.
And I am discounting prostitution because you'll never have that level of money again, not even the $10 amount.
Like, that's my qualm with women. Like, people try to twist what I say. I don't say anything that I don't stand on and don't make perfect sense. And all of it is from a loving, real place. Like, you know, as a man, it's just different. Like, it really is. Like, you know, there's a lot of pride that comes along with anything like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, not exactly, not to me, because I'm not a dude, but I guess I can understand there must be some pride there, or.
Well, yeah, but you haven't met a dude like me yet. Like, you've never had somebody.
I sure haven't.
Yeah.
Sure haven't.
So what I'm saying is, like, we're kind of. I mean, I'm saying this from a loving place. Like, I'm being real with you. Like,
okay.
I'm kind of terrified.
Now he's second time he said it here. He's saying this from a loving place. Make a note, please. 25 minutes after the hour, wherever you are in the world.
Territorial and shit.
Oh.
Like I don't
I
think you understand. Like you won't understand unless like you and I really get involved. But like if we get involved, like I'm a very powerful person. Like the shit I bring to the table is very powerful. Like
he brings powerful shit to the table. Little does she know that he means that literally. Now for only the second time here in the show, it's time for Smoke 'em if you got 'em. I haven't screwed up so far. You mute game players, be on your toes.
I'm not like I'm just being honest with you, like so you know beforehand, because I'd like you to actually be aware, so you're not completely shocked and surprised. You'd probably still be shocked, but like I bring a lot of energy to the table. So, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like if I'm
No, of course you don't. But yeah, I mean, if you're actually powerful, your power probably enters the room before you do. But I wouldn't know anything about that.
with a girl, like that's a big deal. Like that's not no play around type shit. Like I'm definitely one of those. Like my dad used to make jokes when I was little, where he'd be like quoting movies, and I can't really say the quote because I just don't. I don't want to say it on here, but something along the lines like I don't want no you know motherfuckers around when I'm talking to my girl and shit like that. It's not that I'm really like that character. You know, sorry, bro. I don't respond to delusion. Y'all could keep typing. You cannot speak on me and just.
I have tried, many of us have tried to explain to normies that something like this actually exists on YouTube. These miniature universes. You can't convince anybody that anything like this exists. We're half a grain of sand on the beach of YouTube, and yeah, here we are, a little self-contained community.
Story. So again, I have nothing to defend. I'm going to speak my mind freely. But yeah, I mean, I bring a lot of energy to the table. Like if you and I really get together and like physically at some point, yeah, that's going to change things. I'm just being honest. For you, especially with like your perception of things. So I don't know how to explain that other than that, but
yeah, and for me, Nick, this is also an actual paradigm in that YouTube's never going to get any better for me. We all owe Tyree Sneed a debt of gratitude. It's crazy, but it's true.
Yeah, I'm a little fucking territorial. It's nothing to do with insecure. That's anything with a man. Like if you're not territorial, you have no testosterone, no sex drive, no dick or no balls. There's something wrong with you.
You keep going, Lobster. It sounds like maybe you're converting some people here.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the truth. I don't know why they hate men on here so much. Like, why y'all have to say projection and act as if reality is not reality. It's a big deal when I get with a chick. If it wasn't, why y'all still talking about it?
Wow. Well, anyway, Caspian Sea's here, and that is a much bigger deal.
Because all y'all are still talking about it because of this dick. Let's be fucking realistic. So if you want to talk shit, I mean, hey, we could talk shit, or you could just quit coming over to my chat room, and then you ain't gotta, hear the truth that y'all can't handle. But like I said, it's a big deal if I get with someone, especially physically, and there's feelings involved. That's a big deal. Like that's life changing shit. So I mean, yeah, like you're like I'm gonna be territorial as fuck. Of course, why wouldn't I be? Like if I'm sleeping with a girl, that's my woman. Anyone who thinks otherwise is on that new age bullshit that doesn't
Holy
exist. Like
God.
that's just reality, bro. And if not, then I would go as far as to say that people who see it any other way, you don't know how to fuck.
This is where, every now and again you hear something, and I've been doing this a long time, something that just totally shorts your fucking brain out. This was one of them. I'm going to do what I've done a lot. We're going back because I just, did I really hear that right? Oh yeah. Hit the button.
So if you want to talk shit, I mean, hey, we could talk shit, or you could just quit coming over to my chat room, and then you ain't gotta, hear the truth that y'all can't handle. But like I said, it's a big deal if I get with someone, especially physically, and there's feelings involved. That's a big deal. Like that's life changing shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like I'm gonna be territorial as fuck. Of course, why wouldn't I be? Like if I'm sleeping with a girl, that's my woman. Anyone who thinks otherwise is on that new age bullshit that doesn't exist. Like that's just reality, bro. And if not, then I would go as far as to say that people who see it any other way, you don't know how to fuck. Straight up, because that's part of it. I mean, it's a chemical thing. You got chemicals that get released where you get connected and attached to each other. So I don't know what the fuck y'all high on.
I am literally sitting here slack-jawed. And it's not the first time I've heard it. I did 2.5 years since I heard it, but man, let me see if I can't get control of my lower jaw any more than I have already. I mean, wow, talking to a woman.
What you talking about? But go ahead, Jenny.
Well, what chemicals are those?
There's chemicals in the brain. It's science. I don't know what chemical. I don't care. I'm just saying it's a scientific fact. When you have actual sex, if you're doing it right, you have chemicals that get released that cause attachment to each other and a lot of other things.
It's called oxytocin. Oxytocin is one.
The only thing I can tell you, Connie, is insofar as I go, jackhammering ended years ago.
Right, but again, you got to go back to the same concept. These are human,
all part of the wonderful old fuck package
concepts. And I just told you, I'm not your average human being. So with me, it's a little bit different. It's very powerful. I have a lot of power what I bring to the table. So that's all I'm going to say. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I've explained it the best way I can. And not just endorphins. Endorphins is part of it.
Oxytocin is the love drug. That's what's released on your brain when you feel love. It's called oxytocin.
I suppose, but love is the reason why I'm even talking to you and here. So it ain't just a science thing, and all that science is irrelevant to me. The whole world and universe is based off love and fear. We're all vibrational beings. So again, like, you got to understand, I'm an emperor in the spiritual realm. I mean, I appreciate you agreeing when I say you never met a dude like me or somebody like me, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm really in that vibrational love. That's a very powerful thing.
Oh man, you're just radiating love. This entire thing has just been a fucking love fest. Can you tell I'm being sarcastic? Oh, I hope so.
So it's not just like, I don't know. I'd rather just not. I'd rather not just go into it right now. I would rather just let time take its course. But I'm just saying, if you and I, really end up being together, yeah, I would definitely be territorial and protective, and that's the way a man is supposed to be. If not, he doesn't care about you or love you. I mean, that's just common sense.
For sure. I'm gonna grab a water real quick, and I'll be right back. Like 2 seconds.
You're good.
Okay.
Sound like Alexis, Texas, right now.
Okay.
Alexis, Texas, is that a porn star or a stripper? Or Something like that. This is indeed rich, and it's not just because I'm Rich Baritone and this is Negative 43 TV. What you have found is a rabbit hole beyond compare.
Does anyone get that joke?
Oh dear.
Tyree Sneed's sense of humor is fucked up. That's what
Yeah, tell her she looks like a porn star. Yeah, class move.
she did. I'm just being honest. This is literally what fucking Alexa Texas did. She couldn't handle me. She said, I need to go get a water. I need water. I swear to God, she's a
Be
fucking
quiet,
porn
Rich.
star and she couldn't handle me. Well, I'm telling you, I'm powerful. You want me to lie to you? Like, come on, bitch. I'm like the white man dingo over here. What the fuck is you talking about?
Are you serious, Nega?
I'm a white man dingo. Fuck you mean? I don't know if she's still hearing me.
So I see Alexis Texas wouldn't be really big on self-respect then, would she?
If she's giggling and shit. Thought I heard something. All right, let's see. Daddy Jack's Kitten, how are you? Hello, Tyree. Hope you're staying healthy, successful, and wealthy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate that.
Negative
Catch it
43 TV.
We'll see what happens. Could be.
Yes. I'm Rich Baritone, he's Tyree Sneed, and he's boring as hell. I hope I'm not.
We'll see. I think it definitely could happen. I think it's definitely possible. 100%, yes.
You know, I can't imagine it. I just simply can't imagine it. Can't imagine it. No interest in it.
Oxytocin. Huh. That's beautiful. Yeah, but you're breaking down the science explanation of it, which is what you're explaining there is just love.
Again, it's a chemical that apparently makes cows lactate.
Where people's heart
Got that from our own dairy farmer.
beat in sync. Yeah, I think that is part of love. I think that is definitely possible, but that's love. That's not scientific. That's just love. So yeah, I mean, you could see it through science, but that doesn't mean anything. The concept is it didn't happen through science; it happened through love. You know, I believe personally, I believe that the impossible happens through love. If that makes sense. You said, I do, Tyree. What were you responding to? Sorry, I have a hard time catching up with the comments sometimes.
All mammals. Okay, I got it now. Yeah, I believe he actually, now that you mention it, Nate, I think he mentioned that in Viva Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. I just assumed he was lying.
I appreciate everyone coming tonight. We got 25 in the box. We're doing great numbers. Okay. But yeah, like I said, you know, I just, every time I come on here, I don't want my boundaries violated. I don't need to repeat myself. I've said
This
it
is
more
a
than
grown man saying that he doesn't want his boundaries violated. His boundaries, do not violate my boundaries. Oh my God, I just get in such a tizzy.
enough times. I don't want names mentioned on here of people I don't like. I don't want gang stalkers' name mentioned. Like, none of that. I don't want people talking to themselves or repeating themselves. I just want people to make sense and not go out of their way to violate my boundaries. You know what I mean? And it doesn't bother me. That's why you notice even when people do it.
It doesn't bother me. That's why I spent the last 45 seconds bitching about it. Got
It
it.
doesn't bother me, but it's just obvious that it's intentional and it makes y'all look bad. It doesn't make me look bad. It makes y'all look bad. And I don't really want that for y'all either, being honest. I did want to show y'all something like what I was talking about. I was actually looking at these today. This guy just reminds me of me. Like, I just think we have a lot in common. Like, for real. And this
Well,
is
that's
a
not
fact.
good.
And this is the thing. Like, these people on YouTube, they're so creepy and weird that everything that I say that actually exists and is just basic reality, they like try to disagree with it, which would mean that you're wrong about all your disagreements because you're disagreeing with anything I say. Like I could say anything and you're going to disagree because you're just committed to misunderstanding me.
No, you're going to say anything and I'm going to disagree because you're wrong 100% of the time. And that's a fact.
I'm not asking for retards and mentally ill people to agree. You're delusional. Anyway, yeah, you look super pretty tonight.
Thank you.
I'm going to put you on solo for a minute so I can see better because I'm blind.
Oh, boy.
Don't get shy. It's all right.
She knows exactly what is going on here. And I think screenshots, while obvious, I think screenshots are only part of it. Let's go on and find out. Oh, dear.
I'm just checking you out.
Oh.
Perfect.
Oh.
Huh? What did you say?
Oh, nothing. No, I talk to myself a lot. It's okay. So it's a different thing.
It sounds kind of grapist of him, doesn't it? I'm just checking you out.
All right. Sorry.
God.
I'm analyzing, checking out, all that. Yeah.
Okay.
You look nice.
Thank you.
You look like a yummy snack.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm aiming for. That's my goal here.
Perfect.
The giggle, the crudeness, and yes, I think masturbation could be a part of what. Anyway.
Awesome. All right, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I got home late from the gym, like pretty late,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like 9 o'clock or something.
You've been very diligent, and
C4, I believe he is.
I'm very proud of you for that. Genuinely, from my heart.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Can you give us like a flex? Just flex your arm.
Nah,
You don't want to?
maybe later. I don't know. I just don't feel like it. I didn't do upper body today. I did lower body, so I don't got a pump, you know.
You know what I really want to do?
Oh no.
What's that?
Oh
Well,
no.
I mean, besides the obvious, I want to train you.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course.
No, like I'm for real though. Like if I train you, like you'll get the results you want. I guarantee.
Okay, what?
If you train her, if Tyree Sneed were to train her, she would in fact develop hunchback. It's just what he does.
What results do I want?
Whatever results you desire, I can get you. I'm that good at training.
All right, he's here late. He's here kind of late, but he's here. It's DZ1119. Say hi, everyone. And yes, I am having a very good one. It's been a great show so far.
Like I've trained people before. It's not something I don't do. I'm actually planning on maybe building it into another business too.
Wow. That might be interesting. Yeah.
Like I know a lot. I know a ton about it. I know more than certified gym trainers. That's what
The ultimate Riz. I'll take your word on it.
I used to do. Like I used to travel all over the country, and I would like just work out in different gyms. But I just always noticed that in all the gyms I would go to, I would outperform like everyone. But yeah, I know a lot about fitness because I know like things people aren't supposed to know, like the unorthodox techniques. I know a lot of like hood knowledge of how to work out, and in the hood you don't have any resources and shit, so you got to really deal with the resources around you, and it makes you a lot smarter, and you can actually get in better shape. Like if you give me just a pull-up bar, I can get in better shape than all the dudes in the gym quick.
No, there is more to it than push-ups and chin-ups. There's far more to it. You work on absolutely nothing else. Your workouts, other than being kind of pointless, you have no balance. You don't work on different parts of your body. And the things that you actually do, the exercises that you do, and I've said it, are actually making your back worse. You're making your hunchback more muscular. That just doesn't make sense.
just with a pull-up bar. And if you give me dip bars, forget it. But you got to understand, like, I work out a little differently. Like, I do things that other people don't do. Like, I do like if you give me like the dip bars, like I regularly work out on dip bars where I lift my whole body in the air vertically and I hold it. And then I actually was getting to the point where I'll do where I'll go up and down with my arms while I'm in the air vertically. Like,
why, you're going up and down with your arm at that very minute in time.
it's another kind of strength. But yeah, I know a ton about training.
It's a Batman strength.
Thank you. That's a cute name for it. I like that. Sorry, I got distracted. You're really hot. My bad.
God.
Well,
You're eye candy right now, so yeah.
There's a reason that I said at the very beginning of the program that if you wear dentures or have partials or any sort of oral appliance that you should probably remove them, and that's why.
yeah. Well,
Damn.
I just wanted to pop on here and say hi to you for a little bit, but I have to be up at like 10 a.m. Well, I have to be ready by 10.
Damn it! I wanted to talk with you for a little. We can't.
Like it's already 2:30.
If you don't want to, it's fine. I just
No, it's just late. It's just late. Seriously.
even
I
for
can-
the next 5 minutes.
Like tomorrow. Tomorrow's good. Because it's seriously. It's like 2:30.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Man, what a fucking creep.
And
I mean, I'm off today. Is that what you mean today?
sure. I mean, if your today is my tomorrow, then yeah. You
Well, why? I don't know.
know what I mean? Like time zone wise.
Yeah, I mean, I just call it today. What time is it for you?
It's 2:30. Yeah. It's
Oh,
2:30.
okay. Well, yeah, I'm saying in that case, today, like, we could talk
Oh boy, is he ever C4.
later
Sure. Yeah. Later.
after you sleep.
Yeah, because I just have to. I have like a
Cool.
doctor's appointment, and my dog got bit in the face
Oh my God, from what? I'm sorry.
from my sister's dog. So, yeah, they had to
It's not
they had
cool.
cleaned out the wound and stuff, and gave him antibiotics. But he has to have a stitch done tomorrow, like a puncture. So
I'm sorry.
it's okay. He'll be okay.
Yeah, I hope so. What kind is it?
A bull terrier,
Oh, that's cute. I like them.
kind of ugly.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He'll be fine. But
Can I
no.
see him sometime?
I mean, sure. I can send you like a picture of him. He's pretty
Yeah.
old. He's kind of old and lumpy. You know, he's an older dog, but
That's cute.
yeah, he's cute. He's like
Can I ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest,
Mhm.
how strong is the attraction level to me based off of what you've seen and heard?
Do you like me? Check yes or no. Again, I've heard this. It's been a long time, but it still has that jaw-dropping thing that we look for out of Tyree Sneed. This is a lot better than almost everything he's been doing lately. I mean, the bicycles falling apart saga has been pretty good, though.
Well, I've never met you in person, so I equate.
You can't make an evaluation.
Yeah, I don't. You know, the internet stuff is not the same as meeting someone in person, so I can't really rate that.
Well, that is artfully dodged. Ladies and gentlemen, here extremely late, but he's here. You can feel the energy. It's the real Tyree Sneed, otherwise known as Tyree Sneed, Sneedville. It's just an alias, and he's got a wrench. Don't make him use it.
But we'll make it happen. All right, so scale of 1 to 10, what's the interest level in me?
Gotta read this for the listeners from RTS. How high is the attraction level, bitch?
I mean, as long as you don't talk shit about me on your live streams, I'll be okay.
All right. We could do that.
I heard it. I cleaned the house and I heard what you said, and it wasn't nice.
Yes, but again, you got to understand the reasoning behind it and the point behind it. So
There is no point behind that kind of fucking bullshit. Never is, never will be. You're just being a dick.
I don't agree with a lot of the company you keep. So I mean, that's
So what?
not nice either, because those people are gang stalking me and constantly typing and harassing me. So yeah, so it's kind of justified.
I don't know about this whole gang stalking stuff. Like, you said on the last stream that I doxed your number. That wasn't true. You said that these people are gang stalking you. So if you're already
we don't really know if that's not true, because the calls have stopped since I stopped having you as my number. So you do. Wait. Can't say it's not true though, because it could be true.
No, but it's not.
If they find my number, it could be true.
Well, you know what?
I'm saying that listen. What I'm saying is, y'all be jumping to conclusions and you say things like that, but I'm proving to you right now, all that's bullshit. None of it's true. What I'm saying is valid and makes perfect coherent sense. So it's not like you can't take it like that and just be like, oh, I only see it my way.
But no, but I'm just telling you the bottom line. The truth is, I didn't do that. I gave you my real number, right? I trusted you with my real number, and
yeah, but you don't have anything to worry about because you're not the target. I am.
Well, I would hope that you.
I am hearing you. I'm listening.
Okay, but I didn't do that. That's
cool.
Not true. So, yeah. But no, we can touch base later, and it was nice talking to you and nice seeing the chat and stuff. But I'm gonna try.
Can I get an answer on the interest level?
On what now?
Oh God.
What's your interest in me, Adam? Just
my skin is fucking crawling. Again, I've heard this before. This is just, oh God. Seriously, skin is crawling.
Curious, because I mean that's my thing, is I'm just at a point in my life where, like, if I'm gonna do something or talk with someone, there just has to be a valid reason behind it. Like if people aren't interested, it's whatever. Like holla, like I'm putting myself in an amazing position, and my attitude and my perspective makes perfect sense, because like I know I'm the prize. I don't think I know I'm the prize, and I want to encourage like a lot of youth and men to think the same way, because it doesn't get said to men enough.
I know I'm the prize. I know I'm the prize. Let's just get this over with.
And like I want the same for women, but I just feel like the tables have been so unfair. I want to focus more on men, because men are like, they really need it. Like the war's on men. It's not on women. Women are tyrannical right now and out of control. I got tons of examples, and I'm not saying that you're all the same, because you're not. But I've fought for women's rights. I still fight for women's rights.
Me too, Sticky.
I fight for women's rights. I fight for men's rights. But my point is just, like, it's just like us. Like, if we're going to talk, like, I just want to know that you really want to do that and really care. If it's just some bullshit you want to do to make me look some type of way.
Lobster of my wife looked at me and said, you're beautiful. I would probably say something to her along the line of, what the fuck?
These faggots on here who are deluded, I could care less. But I guess that's what I'm asking you. Like, is it something, like, is talking with me, like, seriously something that you really want? Or is it just, like, some bullshit for you to?
No, I want to get to know you more. I don't know much about you. I think that takes more than just talking to you.
So what I'm asking is, why can't you just say it straight out so they know that it's not just me, like, alone in it, or just like...
Yeah, geez, it's going to be real tough from here on out. It just seems that everybody's being raised to concern themselves with themselves, and that's not the way to get this thing done.
I'm just fucking full of shit.
It's actually quite the opposite, and from what I hear from kids today, they simply aren't equipped to put anyone ahead of themselves. It's a problem.
Like, I mean, you have some interest in me, right? Like, you want to talk with me seriously, and
obviously. I mean, I'm here, right? I'm here.
So I know, but you won't just say it. Like, just say, "Hey, I'm interested."
Well, okay, fine.
If
Hey,
you are.
hey, I'm interested.
Wow. God. Oh, Lindsay's here. That's good. But oh man, what a time to come in, dude. What a time to come in.
Is that
Thank
good?
you.
Ooh.
See, that means a lot. It's just nice to hear. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, because that's all. I mean, for me, it means a lot. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, but no, I need to get to know you better, and I just like
course.
to know you more.
It
And
takes time. We're not really in a rush, but
Yeah, I can see where the hesitancy would come from. Yes.
I move very efficiently. I do everything quick. It's just the way I am. So, like, I'll put it all together. So you don't really got to worry. Let me ask you this: what do you like to do? Like, if we go out and not, I don't care about no one else. I don't want to hear about fucking exes or fucking celebrities you like looking. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying for me, what would you like to do? Like on our first date, what would you want to do?
I'm not
Because
sure.
that's gonna happen. Like I can pretty much guarantee that's gonna. I'm just gonna be really paranoid because of what I go through. So you're gonna have to kind of talk me
That's gonna happen. I'm just gonna be really paranoid. Oh my fuck.
down and make sure that I'm safe and I feel safe because I'm gonna be very scared.
Kenny P, you're here really late, but that's okay. You can start back at the beginning. You're late, but you're still here at a good time.
To meet up with you because I'm gang stalked so horrifically and harassed, and I'm gonna have a lawyer at that point probably. But the point is,
Matter of fact, let's mark this back a little bit. Good Lord in heaven, not quite that much, Richard.
like, just say, "Hey, I'm interested."
Well, okay, fine.
If
Hey,
you are.
hey, I'm interested. Is that
Thank
good?
you. See, that means a lot. It's just nice to hear. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, because that's all. I mean, for me, it means a lot. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, but no, I need to get to know you better, and I just like
course.
to know you more.
It
And
takes time. We're not really in a rush, but I move very efficiently. I do
Two new late arrivals. Donnie Bellers is here, and HVAC repair guy is here.
everything quick. It's just the way I am. So, like, I'll put it all together. So you don't really got to worry. Let me ask you this: what do you like to do? Like, if we go out and not, I don't care about no one else. I don't want to hear about fucking exes or fucking celebrities you like looking. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying for me, what would you like to do? Like on our first date, what would you want to do?
I'm not
Because
sure.
that's gonna happen. Like I can pretty much guarantee that's gonna. I'm just gonna be really paranoid because of what I go through. So you're gonna have to kind of talk me down and make sure that I'm safe and I feel safe because I'm gonna be very scared to meet up with you because I'm gang stalked. So
Holy fuck! Holy fucking fuck!
horrifically and harassed, and I'm gonna have a lawyer at that point probably. But the point is, to protect me. But my point is, I'm gonna be very nervous about it. I don't meet people online very often because of that. So that's all. It has nothing to do with you personally. It's just something that, so you just got to make me feel safe. And I mean, you said that's something you would do, right? I remember you.
I think I make people feel comfortable. I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable.
You told me personally, you said like, yeah, that's something I can do. Do you remember that?
Not exactly, but
You did.
no, I don't. But if I did, I would admit that. But I don't know. I feel like these are things that we can talk about privately.
Did you say you wouldn't have met that, or you would have?
I'm going to read this one for the listeners. Jeezy says, ain't nothing. Gah! Make some panties slide down a lady's legs like talking about, gag stalkers. My God. And then RTS follows up with, you, me, my lawyer.
If I remembered it, I would admit it. But I don't remember.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't expect you to remember everything.
Yeah.
I'm real chill and laid back. Like you can't really do. It's like people love me. Like in real life, people love me. Like that's why people hate me on YouTube. Sometimes they hate you because people love you.
Yeah, that's anti-logic.
You ever heard that?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Like, there's so many people that love me and that fuck with me so heavy that that's all what it's all about. It's just that they hate that everybody likes me. Like, they hate the attention I get because they're attention whores and they want it. And it's like, I don't even want attention, but I'm really chill. Like, I'm hard to fuck things up with. So in order to do that, you go.
I'm hard to fuck things up with. I'm so desperate. I'm so very desperate. I'll do anything up to the point where putty is applied to the affected area, after which I will turn on
To
you.
really go out your way, like you.
I mean, not that he's not going to turn on her before anything, but anyhow, anyway, let's get this over with.
You know, if we really do this and we become an item, which I would love, honestly. Like, I hope that it happens, and I'm not forcing it and I'm not rushing it. If you haven't noticed, I'm really not.
No. You're not forcing it. You're not rushing it, except for the part where you're forcing it and rushing it.
Like, in order for you to fuck that up, you'd have to go like bang like 30 guys a night at random bars and shit, and then like send me the photos and the video. Like, you'd have to do a lot of shit.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I'm at a loss for words. I just stopped it so that you might be able to catch your breath, because this much insanity in such a short period of time isn't necessarily good for anyone. I know it's not really good for me.
Right, exactly. Like, nobody wants to do all that.
Those guys in one night. I mean, I could try.
Say it again.
I'm kidding.
What did you say that I couldn't hear?
I said 30 guys in one night. I said, I could try, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know. But my point is, like, it's hard to mess things up with me. Like, that's the thing that, you know, just because I say things, don't take it like it's personal, or like, you know, because it's honestly not.
Even when he says, you fill in the blank.
It's just like I said, it just has to do with that company you keep and the things that I went through, because I just went through that, where it was constantly about the company that they kept and them harassing me, and I'm not going to do that again, obviously, but that's all. You know, I'm just saying, don't take things personal. I'm a different kind of person. Like, I have really thick skin, so if you say something to me, as long as you're not being like really mean. I mean, I am sensitive too when I really care about the person. Like, I don't want them to,
as long as you're not being really mean,
you know, say certain things. But I'm also the type that, like, I can get into an all-out screaming match with you and still be cool with you. You know what I mean? Like,
we're almost done, and he's here just now. Kenny P, everyone.
Right away. So I'm just saying, you know, don't take too serious things that I say, or get too hurt or offended. Like, my intention is definitely not to, you know, have you hurt by anything I say. That's not why I say what I say. I say what I say because you got to look at my point of view. Like, I'm all alone in this shit. Like, I'm by myself, standing by myself. Like, people don't even come over here and talk to me. Like, you don't think that that's kind of hard?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, sure.
Yeah, so my only thing I was saying is, like, it's not that, like, I'm not controlling it all. Like, I'm very different in person too than online, but it's just the point that I don't think it's too much to ask.
The only thing different about Tyree Sneed in person is that you can smell him. That's it.
For a girl to want to be, like, invested in me and interested in me, and her to want to devote her time and focus to me. Like, it doesn't have to be all their time. Like, I get if somebody's busy, but just.
I certainly have, and no, there's not going to be no double feature this week. While I haven't stopped, though, next week will be part 3 of the trilogy here between Jamie Rose and Tyree Sneed, and you're not going to want to miss that 6:50 p.m. Sneedville time next Saturday night.
To focus on me, so that was kind of what I was telling you I wanted from you. And to be honest, you come off like you're one of the only girls that's capable of that, and that's already kind of like that, because you honestly are pretty good with that. But I mean, could I ask, like, is that too much to ask for, or do you think that's something that you could do?
I think that, well, like I said, it's a lot of information. First of all,
I know.
No shit.
but no, we could talk about this later. Like later today, that's fine. But my
Cool.
phone's at like my phone. Like I'm recording from my phone, and it's at like I would guess maybe like 5% or less. Because if it dies, it's gonna just cut off. But
Oh, you're on the phone for the live.
yeah, like recording my phone from my phone, so it's
Cool.
probably gonna die. But it's like I'm gonna like say bye now. But we can talk later, and
Cool.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we
I'll
love
go.
having you. I love having you on here. So would
Thank
you
you, thank
would you try to come on when you have a chance?
Sure, yes, of course.
All right.
We touch base, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. You can touch my base anytime.
Okay, all right. Okay, talk to you later. All right.
Love you.
You heard it. You heard it. Love you. We're going to take it back so we can hear the girly giggle again. But yeah, love you. Oh my fucking God. I mean, what else can you really say at this point, huh? My goodness gracious. Mercy me.
You come off like you're one of the only girls that's capable of that, and that's already kind of like that, because you honestly are pretty good with that. But I mean, could I ask, like, is that too much to ask for, or do you think that's something that you could do?
I think that, well, like I said, it's a lot of information. First of all,
I know.
But no, we could talk about this later. Like later today, that's fine. But my
Cool.
phone's at like my phone. Like I'm recording from my phone, and it's at like I would guess maybe like 5% or less. Because if it dies, it's gonna just cut off. But
Oh, you're on the phone for the live.
yeah, like recording my phone from my phone, so
Cool.
It's Crazy Horse.
probably gonna die. But it's like I'm gonna like say bye now. But we can talk later, and
Cool.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we
I'll
love
go.
having you. I love having you on here. So would
Thank you,
would you try to come on when you have a chance?
Sure, yes, of course.
All right.
We touch base, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. You can touch my base anytime.
Okay, all right. Okay, talk to you later. All right.
Love you.
Okay,
Bye, Jamie.
okay.
Oh boy.
Woo. Hotness. Too hot. Need ice cream. I saw a little cat meme that said that. Too hot. Need ice cream. It was hilarious. It was super cute. But every time Jamie comes over here, it's cool, man. I have a lot of fun. Like, we're good friends. God damn, what the fuck is that? Oh, okay. All right, let me see here.
One more very late arrival. It's who?
I think that was for my jerk off site. Oh, God.
Jesus
I cracked
Christ.
myself up. I'm still going to Discord you, Jamie, if you're still listening. So if you get a chance to message me, you can. But yeah, we can talk later today if that's what you want to do. That's fine. Are there any?
And that is all that I have for you here on Saturday Madness for January 18th, 2025. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for spending some of your evening with us here on Negative 43 TV. Programming notes going into next week. I would say that we will be live here twice. And then, of course, next Saturday. But I would look for 2 live streams this week. As to when, I don't know. So what's going on right now, I am, in fact, working on the first Tyree and Jamie Rose movie. I am doing that right now. Geez, what did I decide to call that? Oh, yes, A Hard Cringe is going to fall. So you now know why it is going to be called A Hard Cringe is going to fall. It's not going to be based on this one, though this one's going to get the movie treatment, and so is next Saturday's feature. I have the third of the trilogy for you next week. Please, 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 please don't miss it. 6:50 p.m. Sneedville time, right here on Negative 43 TV. A truly great show. Absolutely great show. Thank you so much, Crazy Horse. Really, 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 really appreciate that. What a great time, huh? And you know what I'm going to say now, right? It's time to bring up the house lights and go home. And with that, Negative 43 TV ends another broadcast day. I'm Rich Baratone, and until the next time, I'll talk to you.
Slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter's silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.